All right, guys. So I'm going to watch about an hour of the draft here, and I'm going to live stream it for you guys. Um, I actually have somewhere else to be today, so I won't be able to watch the sixth and seventh round. But we're in the fifth round. The Saints are on the clock. I've been talking a lot about draft picks, and as you guys come into the live and you guys start asking me questions, I'll be able to see your chat. I'm going to tell you guys that a lot of the players I'm interested in go in these final 3 days. They just showed you 64% of draft picks that are actually make up the rosters. What up, Paguno? They actually come from these last 3 rounds. So the vast majority of your teams are made up of these 3 rounds and undrafted free agents. So there's a lot of great hidden gems that I am high on. They're here in the draft. I'm excited for them. Thank you guys for joining the live. If I'm trying to ensure that I can see chat while I talk. How's it going, Rusty? Good to see you again, brother. Thanks for following us over here on the live. Sorry for ditching you guys on the TikTok, but we're going to be doing live streams from here. One thing I need to make sure is I don't want to get copyright blocked, so I cannot show you guys the screen. I don't have my setup with me at all times the way I usually stream because I'm on the road. I'm watching my daughter's AAU basketball games this weekend, and we got a game in about an hour. So I am going to watch this for a good amount of time. Probably going to limit myself to about 12:40. Somebody give me a time check and let me know. I hope they take Jake Haener. I highly doubt it. It says Mel Kiper says they need certain players and teams, and it's not the guys I'm looking for. So more power to them. I know that they write what their Mel's best available are. If you guys don't know, Mel's best available is typically going to be some players from the SEC. I think he's on the take. I think he just stacks players from the SEC because somebody told him to. That's my biggest gripe with Mel Kiper. Colts take Jake and have AR and quarterback battle. Hey, the Redskins did it. Do you guys remember when the Redskins drafted RG3 and then in the 4th round they took Kirk Cousins? Right? No one said anything. They're like, hey, they just took another quarterback in the same draft. You took one in the 1st round and then you took Kirk Cousins in the 4th round. And that man, he fought tooth and nail for a roster spot. Eventually made a name for himself, and he's made about $250 million in his life. And he has a gorgeous wife with no pictures on the internet. So as long as you got a wife, look at Jake Haener's on the TV right now. I can't show you guys, but Jake Haener's on the screen. Right next to Nick Herbig from Wisconsin. Jake Haener's on the screen. Everybody's talking about it. Now, when we talk about who's still available, McShay's doing it. Dwayne McBride's going to be available. He fumbles a lot. Dwayne McBride, the running back from UAB, rushed for a ton of yards. But I'm telling you right now, that man does not go down, so he stays up fighting for extra yards, and then people rip the ball out from his arms. Happens all the time. I watched so much film on him, and his backup running back is great, by the way, Johnson Jr., but when you look at Dwayne McBride on film, you're like, man, this is a beast of a running back. But my God, he fights for too many extra yards, and he fumbles. Can't do that in the NFL. He needs to fix that. The other thing he can't do is catch passes. This man can't catch passes. I think he had 0 receptions for like 6 games in a row. They don't throw him anything out of the backfield. He is not a receiving option. So he's very one-dimensional. He's just going to push the pile, 3 yards in a cloud of dust, kind of one of them old-school running backs. Thank you very much, Jimmy. I appreciate you. You're a fan of me analyzing skills. I try my best, man. I watch a lot of film, and what I don't do is ever sit down and look at a mock draft and say, I need to look at this guy's film, this. Because if you do that, you have somewhat of a confirmation bias. Like if you look at a pre-draft list and it tells you this guy's great, then when you go watch the film, you look for his great traits. And you are subconsciously biased when you're watching it. I never do that. I will sit down and say who's available for the draft. Who literally is eligible for the draft. Who declared for the draft? Who's eligible? I take that whole list, I put it in alphabetical order, and every day I attack about 10 of them, and I go through all their film, and I go through every little tidbit I can find, interviews, their progression from one school to the next, if they were transfers, whatever it is. Yeah, I know who they are. I know they won a game. I don't care. I go back and watch the game and watch every offensive play and see what they do, and I take notes, and I do this positive minus thing, and I do all this checking of them, and I really got to understand who these players are. And then I go and rack and stack about 100 dudes at every position. And then when I talk to you guys and I say, yeah, I like for my first wide receiver list, I'll never forget it. I put it out, and Rashee Rice was number 6 on my list. And everybody flipped out on me. Oh, what are you talking about? Rashee Rice, this, that, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, dude, I watched the tape. That guy looks NFL ready today. And then I let my conscience get the best of me. I let people talk me down out of it, and I moved him out of my top 10. But that post is still out there on TikTok right now. I had Rashee Rice at 6. Guess what happens? Who was the 4th or 5th wide receiver drafted in this draft? Rashee Rice in the 2nd round. And that's NFL scouts and NFL teams sticking with their initial intuition and not letting randoms talk me off the list. All right, we got this girl. She's going to announce the pick. Let's see what she says. I can't show you guys the screen, but let's talk about it. Give me a second here, y'all. Oh, they had to lower the mic for her. Turn it on. Oh, she's got autism. I apologize. Old Dominion, Nick Saldivari. So, I watch Old Dominion tape. I never noticed Nick Saldivari. How about that? They're going to say they like something about him. So, he played tackle. I watched the tape. Old Dominion's offense leaves a lot to be desired. I'm going to put it out there. 2nd team All-Sun Belt. Cool. My bad. Big body. I'm trying not to miss all the chat, guys, but it makes it go away. Let me see chat viewing options. Live chat. No. Yeah, that's what I need. Right, there we go. Now I can see what you guys say. How did I evaluate Matthew Bergeron? I put him. He's on my list, right? Is he on my top 10 list? No, he's not on my top 10 list. He's definitely on my sleepers list. So I have 2 lists, guys. I have sleepers, and then I have people that I want to just see succeed. DeJuan Jones. Why don't they take DeJuan Jones? I don't know why teams aren't taking him. His feet look slow even on the highlights. Yeah, man, this is why you're in the 5th round. But I look at sleepers. I'm looking at this draft right here. They're talking about the Saints. Let's talk about it. Brian Breesy, Foskey, just 2 really not dynamic guys. Kendre Miller, stud of a running back out of TCU. And now you got Saldivari, a big body from Old Dominion. But when you look at Breesy and Foskey, these defensive linemen, for me, they're staples. They're professionals. They work hard. I like dudes who stay at one school for all 4 years, start from nowhere, and move all the way up. He was number 2 on my Rico's picks. Yeah, I know. So what I'm trying to say is, on the very top of my list, I have Rico's picks at the very top. Those are guys I value. Then we got the deep sleepers, and then my top 10. 1 deep sleeper so far has been drafted. Hopefully we get more. They're saying this guy's an influencer. That's what they labeled him. I should be on stage announcing one of these picks. How are they going to say this guy's an influencer? Yeah, I'll do that later, EMT. Maryland, yeah. I watched a lot of tape on Jacorian Bennett. And I'm going to tell you guys something about watching tape on Jacorian Bennett. He's buns, bro. He's buns. Jacorian Bennett is buns. This man got beat so much on film. To go and draft, let me tell you guys something. To draft a 5'10", 188-pound corner and it not be Clark Phillips III should be criminal. That's a crime right there. That, for me, doesn't work. If you got a corner and you want to take a short corner and you don't take Clark Phillips III, you go and take... What are my thoughts on Deonte Banks? Okay, so the 2 of them on the field. I watch them both. They're both getting toasted by Reed. Michigan State, go look at his highlight tape. Go watch his film. Reed is working on these dudes. Charlie Jones, working on these dudes. Embarrassing these guys. They tell me all about the Maryland corners. I stopped. I said, oh, man, I had so many comments. Rico, can you please look into the Maryland corners? Can you please look into... I said, let me go look at them. Oh, man, these guys running 4.340s? 4.440s? Oh, man, these guys are all conference? The worst. They get beat all day. Now, look at the Raiders draft. Raiders draft is speed-oriented again, bro. Trey Tucker's fast as hell. But Tyree Wilson, okay, you got a big brute. I think he can be a bust. Michael Mayer, everybody's swearing about. I just call him Halloween. Byron Young, defensive tackle, Alabama, huge body. Stop getting Alabama kids and taking them to Las Vegas. They don't know how to act, okay? Now you get Trey Tucker, speed demon out of Cincinnati. I'm going to make a video on Trey Tucker next week. Keon Coleman might be. Hold up. Let me see if I can do that again. Keon Coleman might even be better than Jaden Reed next year, too. Okay, yeah, okay. Rasheed Rice being on KC for 4 years for cheap with 15 going to be. Yeah, it's going to be annoying to stop. Rasheed Rice is great. So I agree with you guys. Hold up. The Eagles just traded up. They traded a third-round pick to move up? Oh, my goodness. Bro, this is crazy. The Eagles just traded up. They're giving up a third-round pick next year to move up into the fifth round? Do they want... Oh, they're going to go take Keely? They're going to go take Keely Ringo right now. They're going to take another Georgia player. Eagles making moves to get another Georgia player. Yeah, I started making sports videos in December. So this will be the first time. Now, I made a couple predictions in the bowl games and got them all right. But yes, this will be your first time watching me during the season, guys. I'll be telling you how transfers are going to do. I will be telling you guys everything throughout the season. Oh, are we in the fourth round? I thought we were in the fifth round. Am I tripping right now? Dude, what is wrong with me? They got him. Called it. I am right. Hey, YouTube, I'm right. They traded up to go and get another Georgia player. I think they just want to be a meme. I think they just want to sell tickets, bro. They just want to be the talk of the town. That's them just trying to sell newspapers. What we used to say, sell newspapers. I do watch high school film. I watch one high school player every week. So I'll sit down and I'll review film on one high school player. I just pick one randomly from my list. I have a whole stack of requests. So if somebody sends me a message on TikTok, give me their huddle link and say, could you please watch my tape? I look at one high school player. Oh, no, I don't do it once a week. I think I do it once a day. So I try to at least add one to the playlist. It's called High School Film Watch. I think I have that playlist. So I'll do one player. I think the last guy I did was Kamar Mathudi, second ranked inside linebacker in the class. But I'll do regular people, man. I'll do average dudes with no deals. I did a guy the other day with no offers. He's like a 1,400-yard rusher out of Dallas. He's still looking for offers. Yeah, telling me I need to look up certain people doesn't matter to me. Tyler, I'm not really into recruiting. I don't care. The kid's going to decommit, commit, going to go to a school, never play, and then transfer. I talk about kids when they hit the transfer portal. I talk about people when they declare for the NFL draft. That means they've actually been to a school. They've actually played. I'm not too excited about recruits. Recruits don't mean anything to me, to be honest. They really don't. Because you can even sign a 4 or 5-star kid, and he'll transfer before he ever plays for you. So I don't get too excited about it. I usually watch the film to critique the players, to give them constructive criticism or feedback, and help them get better. So I'm not really looking at it like, oh my God, he's a 5-star. I don't do that. I turn on the tape and say, hey, young man, this is what you're doing wrong on the tape. Let me show you. Here's how you should, you're doing the wrong shoulder on this. You're failing to do this. Let me teach you this read. I literally teach them the game of football with my film assessment, not me sitting there drooling over their, look at this juke, look at this touchdown. I don't do that. They ask for film review because they want me to help them improve. I've had guys from the NFL draft ask me to do their film reviews as well. Shout out to Robert Farrell. Shout out to like 3 guys on my list. 1 second. There you go. You just asked about Blake Freeland, BYU. So, shout out to you. Tell me about Blake Freeland. He's the only available guy. Yep. Hey, he doesn't have to change colors. He wore white and blue in college, and he's going to wear it again. So, yeah, his whole family played sports. There was a really good offensive line at BYU last year. It was Freeland and then the 2 brothers who just transferred to BYU. Drawing a blank right now on their names. It'll come to me in like 5 minutes. I apologize. But they had a really good team on the offensive line. and then they all transferred out because they got 2 mortgages. These guys are incredibly old. They all go on missions, and then they come back. They gray shirt on their missions. But Freeland being 6'7", 305, dude's a monster, bro. Get out of here. But for him to drop this far, I should tell you, he doesn't have a mean streak. When I watch him, he just looks slim, and he doesn't have a mean streak. He's not killing people. I don't know what they're going to say about him. But I watched their whole offensive line. I studied all of them because I was looking for the 2 transfer brothers, the Barrington brothers. There it is. So I was there to watch Clark Barrington. Actually, he's on film right now, number 56. So Barrington being a team captain over Freeland should tell you something. I think if you're a team captain, you're a leader amongst men. When I start looking to draft people, I want to draft who was a team captain on their team. Who else was relying on him to lead? It's important, man. They don't do it all the time, but I value that kind of shit. So, did you ever get a chance to evaluate JSU NFL prospects that were under Coach Prime? Yeah, I did. So I watch every FBS game. I stay away from the FCS. I'm just busy watching FBS all the time. It's a good pick for the Colts. It's fine. I watch so much FBS football. The only time I watch FCS football is when a player transfers. Now, because so many JSU players transferred to the FBS, I went back and watched JSU football games. Interesting, Coach Prime. I watch JSU football games. So, yeah, I'm surprised Aubrey hasn't been drafted yet. We'll see. Aubrey Miller, the linebacker. I'm surprised Land hasn't been drafted yet. Mapow. Yeah. So got to ask yourself this, guys. Marty Mapow ends up going in the 3rd round. I called it, but I didn't call it. But here's what I'm going to say to you. When I made my list and I told you guys Marty Mapow is the best safety I see in this draft, you got to ask yourself, how many people saw that list and said, I don't even know that guy. I don't even know that guy. They didn't know who he was. One guy was arguing with me about how he's not better than so-and-so. You don't even know who he is. Go watch the film. And here's the crazy thing. I didn't know who he was either. Remember, I watch every single FBS game, like I said. So when I looked at who's eligible for the draft, I had to go do draft evaluations. And I was looking at players, and it's just pure coincidence. I was looking at J.L. Skinner, and when I was looking at J.L. Skinner for the draft, I said, oh, man, he looks all right. He's athletic. He's 6'4", 220. He's very athletic. And I wrote down all my notes, and I put J.L. Skinner somewhere up there. I put him in the stack. And then once I was done with J.L. Skinner, next on my list was Marty Mapow. And I go, oh, FCS guy. Let me go look at this tape. So I go find all the Sacramento State games I can find. I start looking up Marty Mapow. Start doing all my stuff. I watch the tape and I go, oh my God, this guy's way better than J.L. Skinner. I had just watched every damn play of J.L. Skinner. And just right after that, I saw every play of Marty Mapow. And I went, oh, this can't be real. I think people are going to think I'm crazy. But this is the best player. I moved him way up. Obviously, he's the number 1 safety for me. But I moved him way up. Tell me, when did J.L. Skinner get taken? Who saw the potential in J.L.? Everybody's talking about J.L. Skinner this, J.L. Skinner that. Somebody tell me. I haven't looked at draft results. Where's J.L. Skinner going? Who drafted him? What round? What team? Boise State, 6'4", 220 safety. Everybody's saying he's got all the physicals in the world. Where's he at? And that's my point, is I don't read mock drafts. I don't care about mock drafts. I was watching the tape, and Marty Mapow stuck out so much, I had the courage to say, you know what, I got to move him up. And drafting safeties early never happens. So I didn't predict he's a 1st or 2nd rounder. I'm not talking crazy. I'm just saying when it comes to safeties, that's the guy. Now, the whole TV put him down as a linebacker. Every single graphic, they say he's a linebacker. I think he's a strong safety. Move him to linebacker. He's the fastest linebacker I ever seen. So my point is an organization like the Patriots saw him and thought the same thing, and they take him in the 3rd round. That's what you guys got to realize is like the epiphany that I had, the Patriots had it. So, anyways, I do have to get going here. What time is it, guys? Can somebody tell me what time it is? Can somebody tell me the time in the chat? They're just getting all the Georgia players. That's all they know. Somebody tell me what time it is in the chat, please. Is it 12:45? I apologize. I do have to get to my daughter's basketball game. I have some content to record and make. It's 12:24. All right, I'll leave here in we got about 10 more minutes, guys. I apologize. I wanted to hang out with you guys for hours on end, but I I can do this all day. I can talk the draft all day with you guys, and I know it'll be fun. But we got to be careful. I do have to go see my daughter, and I can't show you the screen. I learned some copyright rules, so it sucks. I'll have my whole setup back at home when I'm streaming, but for now, we'll just sit here and watch it together. If you guys have any questions, throw it in the chat. I'll eventually get to it. I'm not ignoring you. You guys know I'm not ignoring you. I always try to answer them. You don't even know Marty Mappow? Yeah. Titans taking Marvin Harrison? You can't take Marvin Harrison right now. Hold on. How do I get rid of this chat? This chat will go away. Georgia's defense was amazing, though. Yes, it was. It's not NFL caliber. You guys don't understand what's happening here. You're drafting all the same players from the same team. Now your team is the Georgia defense. That doesn't win an NFL game. Oh, goodness. Who are the Patriots taking?
Wait, it sounds better in English. With the 107th pick in the 2023 NFL Draft, the New England Patriots select Jake Andrews.
What? Oh! Guys, you can't mess with me. You can't mess with me. Oh, I thought it was Jake Hayner. I quit, bro. It was Jake Andrews. I quit, man. I'm retired. I thought it was Jake Hayner. I thought, hey, that was genuine. That was genuine. I almost lost it. That's crazy. Why they gotta say Jake? I'm locked in, bro. Hey, Paguno, I heard Jake and didn't even let him finish. That dude was speaking crazy German. I didn't know, bro. I heard Jake. I was like, yo, they just took Jake Hayner. You got Bailey Zappi from last year. Bro, what if they really took Jake Hayner and he just said the wrong name? Because it's Germans. They can't read in English. Seattle's pick is in. I want him to go to Seattle, but oh my God, I almost lost it, bro. I wrote it 100 times in comments. Come on. LSU guard, Anthony Bradford. It is what it is. He would have won the quarterback battle. I'm telling you, everybody's days and numbers. How do I feel about Jalen Jones? Quarterback? Charlotte? Paguno? Are you talking about Charlotte quarterback? I'm gonna miss the pick, guys. I'm gonna miss the pick. Jalen Jones. You talking about the transfer from Bethune-Cookman? Am I tripping right now? We got. That's a very common name. His best landing spot is probably the Rams. That's fine. Corner A&M. Oh, my bad. Whoo, bro. Somebody tell me what the guy's name is. It's got to be Jalen Jones as well. I know A&M corner, Jalen Jones. I'm saying there's another guy transferring named Jalen Jones. I promise you. I'm tripping. Guys, I'm flustered. I thought I heard Jake Hayner going to the Patriots. I was like, are you kidding me? They just took Tom Brady. Where can you find the list? Do you have a website if posted in chat? No, it's on TikTok and it's one of my pinned videos. It's on TikTok and it's one of my pinned videos. So it's at the very top of my TikTok page. Same name, RicoKnows. 1 second, y'all. I got to get this Titans pick or this Texans pick. They've had a really good draft. I really like what the Texans are doing. How am I not making announcements? Yep. Dalen Horton, TCU. Played on the same AAU team. All right, you guys. That was probably the last pick I can do. I apologize. I'm doing my reaction. How many picks did we just do? Only 5? My reaction to the start of the 4th round. I apologize, guys. I got to go. I got my daughter, her basketball game coming up, and I got to beat traffic. I'll definitely be in touch. I'm going to miss all the other picks, and it sucks. I wish I could do this for the whole draft, hang out with you guys, and have you guys hang out with me. Dude, I almost thought Jake Hayner was taken. Dang it. All right. Peace. Peace, peace, peace.